one last thing I would have for you, and this is something that we do always ask. If there's one thing that you would single out to maybe a new agent coming to you or something like that, what
Okay.
would you single out as a key to success using the system, using the maybe in the game overall?
Hmm. Um, I think communication and honesty are huge.
Hmm.
So a lot of times what I'm finding is like one of the people that I dealt with that closed, the lady who I showed six houses to
Okay.
or went out six times with, she expressed that even though it was communication through text message,
Hmm.
she found it so shocking that there was a human on the other side.
Right.
So she was saying that her herself, and I'm just speaking about her, but her
Hmm.
herself, the communication that she got from me, she was super happy with, and that's, I mean, the second text message was just it was an auto message, but again, it
Right.
sounded like me or sounded
Hmm.
like a human
Like a
was
human.
coming from the other side. So she literally said like, "Oh, I'm shocked that somebody's actually calling me back because I've registered on other sites and no one's ever reached out to me." So I think
Okay.
that's a huge thing. So communicating with them and kind of staying on top of them and being in contact with them, I guess. Um,
Follow up.
the other thing is honesty. Um, and I bring that up because it's so easy for us as agents to kind of want to keep that lead alive and try
Hmm.
to help them want to go through that process, but the reality is sometimes you can't help them.
Right.
And I've spoken to people that when I'm speaking to them and they start off the conversation, everything looks like they're a golden client. But then when I start digging deeper, and this is like maybe if I start having calls with them after the
Hmm.
fact of like when I see that they're serious. Like I spoke to one gentleman, he's like, "Oh, my budget's 3,000. I make X amount per month. My wife is unemployed, but she's receiving CERB, and we have
Hmm.
two kids." I said, "Okay, that the income alone for you is great. Do you know your credit?" It was under 500. I'm like, I can't help you. Like if
Right.
unless you're willing to put like 4 or 5 months as a deposit,
Hmm.
no landlord's going to accept you, and that's the reality. And he goes, "So you really don't think I could do it just first and last?" I said, "No. Like you're better off trying to go a place like Facebook Marketplace or Kijiji and trying to find like, a mom and pop landlord that would be willing to accept
Right.
that." And at the end of the call, he said he was so appreciative of that I didn't waste his time
Yeah, it didn't lead him on.
and that I was honest with him about not being able to help him because now he doesn't have to kind of be led on. So I think that it's really important for us as agents to also keep that in mind that it's not, yeah, the deal is good, but you also don't want to waste your time. So be
Exactly.
honest with the client, but also be honest with yourself that you're not
Hmm.
going out there driving around showing properties to somebody that you can't really um, qualify at that point.